Good day, everyone. Today, I will be discussing designing curriculum that produces competent educational leaders. As educational leaders, our responsibility extends beyond delivering knowledge. We are expected to design learning experiences that develop graduates who can think critically, lead ethically, and respond effectively to the changing needs of education. To achieve this, curriculum design must be intentional, systematic, and aligned with the competencies we expect our learner to demonstrate. Within that, let us begin by understanding the foundation of an effective curriculum. Higher education institutions are entrusted with preparing graduates who can address real world educational challenges. However, offering relevant courses alone is not enough. A quality curriculum requires alignment among learning outcomes, teaching strategies, learning activities, and assessment method. Within these components works together. Students develop the knowledge, skills, and competencies expected of future educational leaders. This idea of alignment naturally lead us to our first key principle, outcome-based education. Outcome-based education is an educational approach that focuses on what learners should know, value, and be able to demonstrate after completing a program. Unlike traditional approaches that emphasize content coverage, outcome-based education begins by identifying the competencies that graduates are expected to achieve. These expected outcomes serve as the foundation for curriculum planning, instructional design, assessment, and program evaluation. Once the desired outcomes have been identified, the next question becomes, how do we ensure that students achieve them? To answer that, let us examine how outcome-based education operates in practice. Outcome-based functions through three interconnected components. First are the learning outcomes, which clearly define the competencies students are expected to develop. Second are the teaching and learning activities, which provide meaningful and opportunities for students to acquire these competencies. Finally, assessment serves as evidence that students have successfully achieved the intended outcomes. For doctoral education, these competencies include educational leadership, policy analysis, research expertise, strategic decision making, ethical practice, and systems thinking. Understanding how outcome-based education works also help us recognize the essential characteristic of an effective outcome-based curriculum. An effective outcome-based education curriculum possesses several important characteristics. It is centered on clearly defined and measurable learning outcomes. Assessment emphasizes demonstrated competence rather than simple memorization. Instruction is intentionally designed to help students achieve the expected outcomes. Finally, continuous improvement is guided by assessment result and stakeholder feedback. The central message of outcome-based education is simple. Success is measured by what learners can demonstrate, not merely by what they remember. Now that we understand the principle of outcome-based education, let us pause for a moment to reflect on how this principle apply to our own educational setting. Consider the graduate program or curriculum with which you are most familiar. Ask yourself, are the learning outcomes clearly stated and measurable? Do classroom activities genuinely support those outcomes? Do assessments accurately measure by intended competencies? Reflecting on these questions allow us to evaluate whether our curriculum truly promotes meaningful learning. After identifying the desired outcomes, the next challenge is ensuring that every aspect of teaching support those outcomes. This brings us to the principle of constructive alignment. Alignment. Constructive alignment, developed by John Biggs, is a principle that ensures consistency between learning outcomes, instructional activities, and assessment. The term constructive emphasizes the students actively construct knowledge through meaningful learning experiences. The term alignment means the teaching strategies and assessment are intentionally designed to support the intended learning outcomes. Simply put, what we expect students to learn should be consistent with how we teach and how we assess learning. To better understand this principle, let us examine its three essential components. Constructive alignment consists of three key elements. First are the intended learning outcomes, which define what students should know and be able to do. Second are the teaching and learning activities, which provide experiences that help students achieve these outcomes. Third are the assessment tasks, which require students to demonstrate the competencies they have developed. When these three elements are fully aligned, students are more likely to achieve meaningful and deep learning. While constructive alignment focuses on individual courses, educational leaders must also ensure alignment across the entire curriculum. This is where curriculum mapping becomes essential. Curriculum mapping is a systematic process used to examine the alignment of learning outcomes, teaching strategies, and assessment throughout an entire academic program. It helps educators identify gaps, eliminate unnecessary repetition, and ensure that competencies are developed progressively across different courses. In addition, curriculum mapping provides evidence that the curriculum aligns with the program outcomes and professional standard. Beyond organizing the curriculum mapping offers several important benefits for both institution and learners. Benefits of curriculum mapping. Curriculum mapping promotes coherence by ensuring that learning experiences follow a logical sequence. It strengthens student learning by helping learners understand how competencies develop from one course to another. It also encourages collaboration among faculty members and provides strong evidence of curriculum quality during accreditation. Ultimately, curriculum mapping support continuous curriculum improvement and strengthens the overall quality of education program. To conclude, designing curriculum that produces competent educational leaders requires more than selecting appropriate course content. It requires outcome-based education to define the desired competences, constructive alignment to ensure consistency among teaching, learning, and assessment, and curriculum mapping to maintain coherence across the entire program. When these principles are effectively integrated, higher education institutions are better positioned to produce graduates who are competent, ethical, and prepared to lead educational transformation. Thank you, and God bless us all.